Well, when I was 7 years old, my mother taught me how to sew, and I decided then and there I would work in the fashion industry. And not a lot really changed my entire education. I was one of those lucky people, or unlucky, that had very much a tunnel vision as to what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be. A lot of people, it's like the Kelly Straight argument. A lot of people are jealous of people who know what they want to do their whole lives. I would be jealous of someone who had more of an open mind, but yeah, I knew my whole life I was going to work in fashion and chose every job that I had to get there. So I worked at Spotlight for years and I studied fashion. I started my first business at 18 and yeah, found my way up to 30, starting another brand again. So very exciting. I have always been governed by fashion. It's not something I'm proud of, but it's the truth. And I've also always been governed by the planet and all the things that happen in nature and the outdoors. So marrying those two things has been a lifelong dream of mine. And there's just such a gap in the market. There's just literally no options out there for people who are fashionable but also care about the planet. You can look to leaders of the world like Patagonia, who developed so many products for people who love the outdoors, and they use waste and textiles that complement the outdoors, and they insist on lower level of consumption. But there's nothing in the fashion industry. There's no garment production out there or accessories range that actually is fashionable but also doesn't hurt the planet or even aims to reduce the imprint on the planet. So for me, that was the dream for many, many years. I think that the most exciting thing about working in this industry is technology, and I never thought I would say this. I always thought that I was born in the wrong era and that I was brought up years too late. But now that technology has finally caught up, it's the most invigorating time to be in the industry, because with all of the technology that has developed new textiles and using all of the resources we already have in the planet to create new ones again, that's got to be the most exciting thing for the industry, I think. Vegan leather. Well, vegan, to start with, is such a huge bandied around word these days, but a lot of people come to veganism from many different ways. I came to it from sustainability. One of my business partners came for ethics and the other came from health. So for us, veganism was the absolute pinnacle for us as our driving ethos. So we chose vegan leather for all of those reasons. Our leather is completely different to the current market, which is the PU market. The leather, or non-leather, that we use is actually Pinatex, which is a pineapple plant-based fabric. And as Pinatex will tell you, they don't like to be defined as a leather for many different reasons. One, that it does perform like leather, but it's got nothing to do with animal products in it, so they don't like confusing the market with that word. And so with our plant-based material, it biodegrades, unlike the PUs and the PCs in the world. So we define our product as being environmentally beneficial, which makes our vegan leather, or non-animal product, I think, head and shoulders above what's available out there. One thing that you can look at from a vegan perspective is, if you care about the animals, then you therefore care about the planet. And if you care about the planet, then why are we doing all these things that degrade the planet? And therefore, why are we creating more plastic that will never ever break down? It's a tiny industry. It's so minute and it's so new. And in fact, it's so new that even our product testing has been tried again, and it hasn't been an easy path. I discovered Pinatex probably through Facebook, to be honest with you. You know, all of the great gurus of the Facebook land who rant on about new technology and what have you. And originally I wasn't sure about using Pinatex just because I couldn't get my hands on any. Now I'm really excited to use it. I'm also really looking forward to mushroom leather becoming available. That's our next step. So it is made from mushrooms, but it's not mushroom skin, unlike pineapple leaves. It's an entirely different subject. One of the things that we abide by in the Ahimsa Collective is to live simply. So our inspirations come from developing products that you don't need a lot of. So every single product can complement each other, they connect to each other, they don't have to be worn together, they can be worn separately, but there's nothing unnecessary about them. So that goes down to the handles that come with the bags, the pockets within them, basically simplifying your life. One of the things that we always laugh about is that when we first started this brand, we were in the market for clutch bags to go to weddings. And as we got further and further into this concept of biodegradable, environmentally friendly leather, we realised that if an Ahimsa girl was going to carry a bag, she's going to need her keep cup, her cloth bag and her water bottle in there. So don't produce a clutch bag, make that the pencil case that goes inside the tote bag. You know, so that's the most inspiration I think for us, is something that's a go-to, easy functionality, and as well as looking good. So Ahimsa is Sanskrit in origin. It's defined in the Sanskrit language as being non-suffering to all beings, but we apply the word Ahimsa to our treatment of the planet, the beings, and the people. So we don't use animal products, everything's environmentally beneficial, and everything's ethically produced. So for us, Ahimsa is non-suffering as a whole. 3 things: keep cup, water bottle, cloth bag. Don't leave the house without them. They're such small things, but they make such a huge difference, and you notice it as soon as you order a coffee and you realise you've got a takeaway coffee cup in your hand and you know there's nothing you can do with it. I mean, the other day we were walking down the beach and there was this woman trying to take a photo of the coffee cup she had in her hand on the beach, and it was a branded cafe cup, and my sister and I just looked at each other and thought, how ironic that plastic will end up in the ocean eventually, but you're marvelling at this beautiful coffee cup that you have in your hand looking out onto this beautiful ocean. You know, they're the 3 smallest things that you can do, and they make all the difference. I don't know where to begin. Well, we're obviously starting with an accessories brand, and we're coming out with 2 products, and then we'll release the next 2. And then, you know, we hope by the end of 2018 we'll have a full range of, 10 to 12 different handbags. Then we'll be going into men's ranges. Eventually we'll be going, as you can imagine, it's one of my most exciting things is doing men's and women's. I've always been, I think accessories are really exciting and quite a vast platform that you can use to develop. And we've got a lot of other things in the pipeline, but currently we're just focusing on one thing, as per Business 101 will tell you, do one thing, do it well, and then start the next.